Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video I'm going to be showing you 3 looks, 1 palette with the red dragon palette Oden's Eye times Judy. I cannot believe I'm doing a 3 looks 1 palette video on a palette that I helped co-create. Let's just soak that in for a bit. I can't believe it. I've been doing this series on my channel for the longest time now. I didn't create this series, but I've been doing this forever. I have a whole playlist on it, and it's really surreal that I'm going to be showing you 3 looks with the palette that I help make. So I'm going to be showcasing you 3 looks with the red dragon palette. These 3 looks are the looks that I really had in mind when I was selecting the shadows. These 3 looks are definitely the core color story of the palette, and just to give you an idea of what kind of looks you can create. Throughout the 3 looks I do different techniques, but you can just get a general idea of the color story. Because the first look we have is a very dark plum, fall appropriate smoky eye, and the second look is what I'm currently wearing right now. We have this olive camo green, and then the last look is obviously an iconic fire red eye look I just had to do for the red dragon palette. So that just shows you the kind of range you can go with and the color stories you can go to. Obviously you can mix and match, do other combos. These are just 3 looks, but these are the 3 looks that I sort of had in mind when selecting these shadows. Maybe it might not look like a lot, but there is a lot you can do. I really had that in mind when I was planning this palette. So yeah, 3 looks today. Exciting. If you guys want to know more about the palette and the backstory and see swatches and stuff like that, I'll leave my reveal video up here because I talk more in depth about everything in that video. Today's video is just going to be focusing on the 3 looks. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys will enjoy these looks. The palette is launching this coming Monday, the 20th of September. I will leave all info down below that you'll need to know. And if you guys do choose to pick up a red dragon palette on Monday or just sometime in the future, I would love to see your looks. I want to put a spotlight back on you guys, so if you guys could tag me in your photos, because I really want to see it. That's what I'm like looking forward to the most. It's what I'm most nervous about, is people like getting this, trying it, creating eye looks. I just really hope everybody loves it. I know I can't please everyone, but like generally I just hope people do like the palette. But I would love to see your looks if you guys recreate anything. Maybe we should make a hashtag. Let's do Oden's Eye times Judy as the hashtag, so I can really see all of your looks. I have my own hashtag now that I made myself. And just a big thank you in advance if you do choose to purchase this. Like, I really can't tell you how much that means to me, how you would spend your hard-earned money to purchase a product that I help create. Thank you so much. Like, it really does mean the world, and I cannot believe it. But with that being said, if you guys would like to see 3 looks with the red dragon palette, then please continue watching. Oops, hi, hello, editing Judy here. I just wanted to let you guys know that my right eye, which is your left eye, is super dry. It has a lot of texture, so I hope you guys can just look past that. I didn't think it would be so obvious, but it really is. And of course it had to happen during my collab promotion time. All of this was pre-recorded a couple weeks back, and it has healed a lot more. So there's going to be more looks to come with no textured eyelid skin. But yeah, I hope you guys can just look past that in today's video and still enjoy the looks. Alright, so here we have the first look. I want to show you something very deep and smoky and sultry, perfect for the fall time, and just how smoky and deep you can go with this palette. So this is what the first look is. We have a very deep burgundy smoky eye. So hopping into the palette, I'm first going to start off with Serene as my transition shadow. I'm just going to work that straight into my crease using windshield wiping motions. This is definitely going to work as the base color and the color that you're going to see underneath all of those darker shadows. So we're also going to take this onto our lower lash line as well. I'm just going to sweep that from the outer corner right to the inner corner, and again just blowing this out on the lower lash line, because for a very sultry smoky look we want everything to be blown out and really diffused. Next, going into the shade Yin, I'm going to start packing this shadow onto the lid space, just really packing on the color there first to get the pigmentation there, and then I'll slowly blend that up into the crease into Serene. This is going to help create a slow gradient blend, and I think this is essential for a smoky eye, getting that lightness from the brow bone all the way to the darkness closer to the lower lash line. This is just like a baby step building towards that look. So we're also going to take Yen onto our lower lash line as well. I'm just going to press that up against my waterline and again all over the bottom lash line. And next up, taking the shade Aurora, I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing that I did with Yen. I'm just going to stamp this onto my lid space, and then I'll slowly blend that up into my crease. I'm going to focus it more onto my lid and not so much into my crease because again, we want that gradient blend. So just focusing it a little bit lower, mainly onto the lid, and then you'll slowly see that we're going to have this very deep smoky eye. And then of course, just taking Aurora onto the lower lash line as well, just pressing that up against my waterline, and this time not really diffusing it out too much, just really stamping it on that lower lash. So now taking the shade Luna, I'm pretty much just going to apply this all over our lids, just sort of as a topper, because Luna is more of like a duochrome. It's more on that satin side where those little glitters do peek through. It's not like a foiled metallic. This does work as a really great topper just to add a little bit more dimension to a matte smoky eye. So I first apply it to the center because wherever your brush touches first is where the most pigmentation is going to go. So I want that at the center because that's where the light catches. And then I'm going to take Overheat just to highlight my inner corners and a little bit at the lower lash line at the inner third point. I think this eye look just needed like a lighter inner corner highlight, so we're going with Overheat. And now to complete the look, I'm just taking my black liquid liner to create my wing. I will go in with a matte black eyeshadow to help smudge and smoke this wing out, and then also taking a dark brown pencil eyeliner into my bottom waterline to really give us that smoky, sultry look. And then lastly, popping on my false lashes. Today I'm wearing Honey from Petite Cosmetics. And this, you guys, is the first look completed. We have a very deep, sultry, sexy, smoky eye. Perfect for the fall time for those of you guys going into a colder season. I absolutely love this look. I love a good smoky eye here and there. So this is definitely one of my go-to looks from this palette. And I hope you guys enjoyed this first look. And here we have the second look. It's completely different from the first. I wanted to put on spotlight the other color story that you could take out from a Red Dragon. So we have this beautiful olive mustardy eye look. I love these tones and I think they complement my skin tone really well. I feel like it's a nice way to incorporate color without being so overpowering because the tones are quite muted. So this is one of my go-to looks using these shadows. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm gonna start off with the shade Sunrise as my transition shadow. So I'm just gonna work that straight into my crease using windshield wiping motions like always. Just really diffusing and blowing this out because this will be the base color and also the color you see peeping through. And I think the name Sunrise, if I do say so myself, is a good name for it because it is a great transition base color to create that gradient sunrise effect. Next, going into the shade Claw, the dark matte brown. We're first going to stamp this on at the outer corners of our eyes and just slowly start blending that out by using windshield and then circular motions. Claw is a pretty deep color, so I don't take too much on my brush and I don't dip back into the pan because it is pretty pigmented and I just work with what's already on my brush. So we're also going to take Claw onto our lower lash line as well, but this time on a defining brush, and I'm just going to press it up against my waterline only at the outer third. Next, going into Jade, the matte olive. I'm gonna take this on a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna diffuse this at the center of my eyes. I like to stamp it on first and then like blow it out. This is just going to give more dimension to the eye look by adding those olive tones with those mustards. Like we have a mixture of them. I even take it onto my lower lash line as well at the center. Like I'm just dusting it all over so we have this like fusion of mustard and olive. And I think it also works great as like a transitional color for the metallic shadow that we're going to place on next. So taking Solar Flare, we're going to place this at the inner third of our eyes and blending that into Jade. I also take Solar Flare into my inner corners as well, a little bit at that lower lash line in the inner third, just really highlighting that area. And we're really going to diffuse the shadow out, no harsh lines, so just getting this blended up into the crease and into the matte shadows as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my black liquid liner to create my wing. I will go in with a matte black eyeshadow just to smudge and extend that wing out. You guys know how much I love a good smoky wing. And then I'll be popping on my false lashes. Again, I am wearing Honey from Petite Cosmetics. Alright, so here we have the second look completed. I absolutely love these tones, and I really just want to show you another colorway from the Red Dragon palette of what you could possibly create. Obviously, there's so many color stories you could do, but this is one that I definitely had in mind, and I absolutely love this look, so I hope you guys love it too. And finally, we are on to the last look. We have this beautiful red monochromatic look. I feel like this is the look to represent the Red Dragon palette. You guys know how much I love a good monochromatic look, so let's go ahead and hop into the eyes. I'm first starting off with the shade Serene as my transition shadow. So just working that straight into my crease using windshield wiping motions like always. I'm gonna blow the shadow quite far out, so blending that up to the brow bone and also towards the outer corners. I'm also going to take this onto my lower lash line as well, just really diffusing the shadow from the outer corner right to the inner corner. And then we'll be taking the shade Dragon, and we're going to focus this shadow at the outer corners of our eyes. We are really going to blow this shadow out as well, but you want to first just stamp on the product there and then slowly like start diffusing that out to the outer edges and getting that blended and nicely diffused into Serene, our transition shadow. This is a really beautiful bright red, and it's really going to set that red tone for this eye look. So I'm also going to take that onto my lower lash line as well. I'm just using that same brush to like diffuse it all over. As you can tell, we're not being so precise here, we're just really giving us a good blown out smoky eye. And next, taking Fire, the deep matte wine red, we're going to take this on an angled brush and we're just going to start creating a really thick liner, just like how you normally would. And I'll go in with some smaller blending brushes to get this even more smoky. This is just going to help deepen out the eye look, just to add more depth and like sultriness to the eyes. So we're also going to connect that to our lower lash line as well. And now taking the shade Amber, the coppery bronze metallic shadow, we're going to take this into the inner third of our eyes, and again just really diffusing this out. We're not being so precise with it, so around the crease I like to tap it out so that way it can blend out gradually, and then just taking that more towards the center of the eyes, and then taking Overheat to highlight our inner corners and also a little bit at the inner third of our lower lash line. Overheat will blend so seamlessly into Amber, as they do have a similar reflect, but the underbase is quite different. Overheat works really great as an inner corner highlight. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my black liquid liner as usual and create my wing, taking a matte black eyeshadow to smudge, extend, and smoke out that wing. I will also take a red eyeliner into my bottom waterline just to complete this monochromatic look. And then finally popping on my false lashes, I'm wearing Honey from Petite Cosmetics. And I also want to show you guys that I did use the shade Dragon for my blush today, and this isn't my first time using Dragon as my blush. I've used it a couple times before, and as you can tell when you apply it, if you just take a little bit on your brush, it applies really well. It's vibrant and it also matches the eyes. So this, you guys, is the final look completed, the red monochromatic look, of course, for the Red Dragon palette. I absolutely love this look, and you guys know I always love a good monochromatic look, so I hope you guys like this final look as well. Alright guys, so those were the 3 looks. What do you guys think? So scared. I'm so nervous. I hope this gave you more of an idea of what you could get out of this palette. I'll also put up some looks right now over the screen of times where I've worn this palette without you guys knowing in the past. So just to give you more of an idea of what you could do with this palette. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on launch day. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Oden's Eye team as well. They worked so hard on this. I can't believe it's coming. I can't believe it's coming soon. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Like, truly. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!